this problem that you sent me. First thing I did was I converted the mixed numbers on the bottom to improper fractions. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change each of these fractions, complex fractions, the one that have fractions in the denominator, I'm going to divide those out. So that's 1 divided by the reciprocal, or 5/12. So that becomes 5/12 in this second spot. The 2/3 stays. The 1 over x is good. The 1 over 3 is good. And this guy will be 1 divided by, well, it's divided by 8/3. So it becomes 1 times 3/8. Sorry, I jumped the gun on this when I was writing. So that winds up being times. Okay, so that's minus 1 times 3/8, or 3/8. Now, since I'm trying to add and subtract, I have to have a common denominator. Okay? Common denominator here needs to involve a 3, needs to involve a 12, and 12 is, 3 is a factor of 12, so if I use 12, that'll be fine. It has to also have an x. All 3 of those divide into 12x. 3 does as well. But the 8, that's going to need to increase this. It needs to be a multiple of 12 that 8 will divide into. So basically this will become 24. If you think about it in terms of factors, 3 is just 3. 12 is 3 times 4. X is just x, 3. And this is 2 times 4. So if you listed your common factors, they all, mostly, have a 3. So the 3's are taken care of. There's a 4, so I would include a 4. There's an x, and I've got the 4. I also need a 2. So that's where the 24x would come from. I'm going to multiply through by that least common denominator. Alright, so every term, and I've marked all over that, so I'm just going to copy it back over. The 2/3, the 5/12, the 1 over x, the 1 over 3, and the 3 over 8 are all going to multiply by that 24x. Right? So literally you could just 24x, do that times 24x, because we're distributing it. And once you do that, you know that factors on the top can cancel with factors at the bottom. So 3 would go into the 24 8 times. So that would be 2 times 8, or 16 with an x. No more denominator. The 12 will go into 24 2 times, so that becomes 10x. The x will cancel the x, so that winds up being 1 times 24. So that's just minus 24. 3 goes into 24 8 times, so 1 times 8 with an x. And the 8 goes into the 24 3 times, so 3 times 3 with an x. Now it's just a matter of combining like terms. Pretty sure you probably got it from here, but I'll keep going. 8x, that'll be a negative 1x. And add your x over. It's 24. Divide by 27. So we wind up with, those both divide by 3, so that's 8/9 for your x value. Hope that helps. If you have other questions, let me know.